Hello, and welcome back to Divinity Original Sin 2. So last we left off, we checked this whole area out to see what was going on, like if there's anything we can build or make, and now it's time to let out our frustration on not having a bow, even though our skills are used only with bows. So let me just make sure I have everything equipped, which I don't. I need to equip this other knife. Let me make sure that there's nothing else that I have that's more useful than, oh, here, physical armor. That would be useful. Yeah, okay, I don't have anything else here that I can wear or whatnot. So now I'm going to just be a little bit of a meanie and start attacking the mess out of this guy. Yeah. Victor.
Never thought you'd end up a prison guard.
I'm gonna keep attacking you. There we go. Sweet. So I'm gonna move into tactical mode. So let's get this. Why did it add the bedroll to my... I didn't want it to do that. Anyway, let me do flesh sacrifice on myself. That gives me some extra damage. And then I'm just going to be attacking. Oops, I don't want to attack all the way over there. Attack right here. Oh. So since I'm using daggers, it's useful to do backstabbing, which means I need to be behind the person. And like you probably saw that there's like a little bit of an area where it seemed like I could go. They had like this little cone shaped, and that cone shape would have allowed me to do backstab, which is pretty much guarantees critical hits. Why didn't I do that? Well, I couldn't really truly get behind them. So like she's doing backstabbing, which is always gives you more damage. So it's best to do that if you can. But just know that it uses an AP just to move. So like it's not always the best deterrent sometimes. So this fight is going to be very very basic. Like there's nothing really fancy going on here at all. There you go. One thing you might notice is that the AP that you have, you can save it a little bit and some of it can carry over to the next turn. I think up to 2. Did he just use... So one thing you can do is as well, like you have 2 types of armor in this game. You have physical armor and magic armor. And so magic armor is useful to prevent against magic attacks. So like what Ifin just did, he threw that rock. That was a magic attack and it did magic damage. Since that dog did not have any magic armor or defense, it caused all HP damage. It attacked the vitality directly. If you have physical attacks, which a lot of them are doing physical attacks, then it goes against the physical armor before doing anything else. You can usually tell which one they're doing because like the damage itself, if it's physical, it's just going to be gray. If it's some type of magical, it's going to be the color of the magic. So water, blue, electricity, purple for some reason, so on and so forth. I still can't get behind him, but he only has 1 health. So let's do that. Now I can go here. And I think what I might do is I might use a healing item. Should I? I think it's useful, so I'm going to do it. This healing item should get me, it's 50 to 59. I don't want to waste that right now. I'm going to wait. This may be a bad idea, but I'm going to wait. Yeah, he's doing only 14 damage, so it should be fine. Your armor tends to help with your shielding and whatnot. I mean, whatever you wear, that's where you get it from. You really don't get it from your person of just like being a certain race or leveling up certain things. That doesn't do anything for it. Oof, oof. So, interesting thing I read about recently about dogs and communication and whatnot. It has really nothing to do with this game, but I think it's interesting. So apparently there's this lady who deals with helping people who have a hard time communicating in general. She uses alternative ways of communication to help them say how they feel or what they're thinking at the time. She was able to get that to happen with a dog, which is super cool. It's like you would think, you know, everyone always seems to think that like dogs can't really say anything, or they can't do any type of high level communication and whatnot. But she got the dog to, essentially she had buttons on the ground, and each button had a certain verb or noun. So it might say like beach or walk or play, toy, food, eat, things like that. And she trained the dog to be able to push certain buttons to explain how it felt or what it wanted. So, for example, she started off with just like outside. Every time she went outside, she went and pushed the button with her foot. The dog would see her doing it, and eventually it started paying really close attention to see what was really going on. It was trying to learn what she was doing, essentially, so that I can learn, oh, that's how you're communicating and whatnot. And so then, after a bit of time, she ended up, oh no, he's dead. Oops. I don't know if I could have done much about that, but anyway. So she eventually got the dog. The dog started paying attention, and after a week or so of her constantly pushing that button when she was going to take the dog outside, the dog realized, oh, that means outside, and it made the connection between the two things. So then, every time it wanted to go outside, it would go and press on that button saying outside to let her know that that's what it wanted to do. And then she slowly added more and more buttons to it. And so eventually it got to the point where the dog would wanted to tell her, hey, I want that one toy. I want the toy, because there's some sort of toy that has like food in it or something like that. And so to express that it wanted the toy, what would happen is it would just push play, eat, or eat, play. And that was trying to say, I want that toy that has the food in it. It's super cool. It's super interesting. Super duper interesting. Interesting, I feel.
I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plague-stricken.
Because it says a lot about, it changes what you may think.
There's nothing else I can
It changes a lot of what you think about dogs in general and like other animals. Like, they just need to have a way of knowing how to communicate with us, as opposed to being that they just can't communicate with us, right? But anyway, let's see. So now that I've done that and bloodied this whole area, let's move forward. Let's move forward here.
Standing
Hello.
at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters. They keep their crossbow trained upon her as she's being interrogated by an officer.
So you admit it then? You murdered that poor fella?
Yes, I did. But of course, that was only the beginning.
She turns her head and looks you straight in the eye.
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God, the woman's mad. You there, sorcerer, go and fetch Magister Siwan. We need to do more than collar this maniac.
Siwan?
We need to
Really?
shackle her hands
Siwan?
and feet.
Suan? That's how you pronounce her name? I'll address the sorcerer and ask her what she meant by there are others whose lives must end. I know she means me. But
Do stick around for its finale, though, because
She reaches for her collar and simply removes it.
I'm just about to create a scene.
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts Source, the Voidwoken will come. They'll end us all.
She smiles with wicked satisfaction.
Precisely.
boom! Mic drop was what that was.
Mask. She stole it. If these savages see me without it, they will have my skull for a goblet.
Okay, so I need to do something here, and that's I add the bedroll to the right area so I don't keep getting confused. It may not seem like I'm confused, but I am. Okay, so let's clear this one. Let me just make sure real quick that it's not gonna keep adding things onto my hotbar, because I will not like that. Go here. Disable. It says it disables adding everything to my hotbar, but it randomly added that to it, so I think it lied to me. I need to add for my equipment. I now need to cover up my skull, so let's put this little cowl on. That should do enough for that. Take all the wine. I know some people in Fort Joy who needs to escape. I'm not going to pick up the plates. The plates are so useless. I just don't want to. And then, 2 bows and a cracked sword. Okay, good enough. So I am going to make sure that I pick up things that I can use to create bows. Oh no, I'm on fire. Simply because it can be it'll be fairly useful to me to have that. Just in case I'm in a situation where I need to like find a way to if I need to find a way to oh gosh, what was I even talking about? Oh my gosh, I just totally blanked. I totally blanked on what I was just saying. Holy moly, I didn't even have any alcohol yet today. Like none. I didn't have any alcohol. And I want to take that flesh. Take it. Then get the equipment. These 2 things are like the same. Twig with the string is just like if I made it from random things that I found, and this is like more high level, I suppose. And then this lady. Hi, Magister Suan. I have a bone to pick with you. Yep. There we go. Take that, and then pick this up. Now I think I picked up a couple of things and I didn't read them. And most things I'm not going to read on this thing. But like this ancient book, I do want to read that. Journal, I'm not sure about. The small tomb. We have too long presumed Source as a virtuous part of civil society. Yet we need look no further into the past than the Source King's reign to understand the havoc such magics may wreak. One day, another order must follow in the Source Hunter's footsteps. Sorcerers must be muted. The new model of Source Collars provided by Redeman is proving most effective. I'll just start throwing these things into wares once I am clear what's going on. Actually, I should put most of this as wares just so that I don't get confused. And you might think, Beatrice, how can you get confused about that stuff? And it's like, well, you know what? When there's a lot of stuff showing up in your inventory and you really don't have great ways of organizing it, it gets confusing. So doing this also makes it so that if I want to if I want to sell stuff all at once to someone who has enough money to buy everything, I can without having to kind of go individual item by item. It's just, yeah, all this stuff that I can sell it to this person now. Essentially what goes on with that. Let's see. So then I wanted to read the ancient book, actually. I got distracted a little bit. Let's see. Let's read that one. The Source King insists there are no magics too foul, even those that would block or even remove the source within an individual. I delight in his madness. It is an invitation to manipulate all which we once believed immutable. He provides all matter of experimental subjects. The text beneath lists a series of hexes and materials required for muting source. Some of those objects are circled in black ink and annotated as follows: helm, collar, mask. Scary, scary. So I've read that, so I can put that I'll put that aside for now. Okay, so I've looked through everything else that was in here originally, so I'm going to go upstairs. I'm surprised the water didn't like get all that blood or wash all that blood away, but I suppose it needs time. There we go. That way I don't have to deal with the fire. Gold cup? Yes. I need all the monies. Alright, and then...
Damn. That doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
I'm gonna have to break open this door. I mean, there may be something in which I could pick up a key or something like that, but...
God! By the fight, Grace, what was...
Murtoff.
He eyes the collar circling your neck and reaches a hand towards his blade.
Another sorcerer!
The Magister's companion doesn't blink, frozen in place at the sight of you.
I'll finger the collar. Say, you can help them. I can help them if they can get this stupid device off of me.
Even if I knew how to rip that thing off, I wouldn't. Some crazy banshee comes screaming through, and now we got void bugs swarming up top. Sorcerer mutiny!
He whispers loudly to the other Magister.
Don't just cower there, Rix. Take out your blade.
Rix.
Rix grabs his sword, which shakes in the rhythm of his trembling hand.
I could persuade these people and then not fight them, but XP is precious, so...
And the mutiny ends here.
Also, they're going to die on this thing anyway. I'm just trying to make it so that, you know... I'm just trying to make it so that it's not as bad for them. So let's go, Rix. I missed one of them. Well, that's no good. Sadness. That means they're going to be able to come towards me and attack me. Oh, okay, so let me attack some more. I should be able to kill this guy. This guy I won't be able to kill. But let me attack this one. Get rid of him. This one. Yeah, I'll attack again. And I think I can get away with not healing, so let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, great. Oh no! What just happened? Never mind. My computer did some weirdness, some crazy weirdness. I thought my game just shut down. Okay, so let's take a deep breath. Everything's okay. Yeah, I should be able to kill him. Sweet. Now you'll notice I keep going in and out of like a top-down view. That's just me going into what's called tactical mode, which just makes it sometimes a little bit easier to see what's going on. Not always, but sometimes. Okay, let's get some extra things. I'm not going to read that letter because I just don't really care to. It's not really necessary for understanding anything of what's going on. Can I sell a pillow? I think I can sell a pillow. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to, at least. Ink pot, journal, sure. Let's look at this. Ooh, identifying glass. This is gonna be useful for me to identify things that are like, or sometimes you'll get things and you just don't know what they are. So this will be useful in trying to figure that out. Since I'm not going to read these things, I need to put them in where so I don't get confused later on. Go. Sweet. Now, this dog in here, I suppose I could attack, but
Not long before this thing snaps into splinters.
beam. Take that. Get in here and grab some things.
God damn it. I need to get off this wreck.
Hey, I said open, didn't I? Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't actually open it. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything else I can get on here? You can check out everyone because they're gonna have a little bit of gold for the most part for almost everyone, and I kind of want all of that. I feel like half of this game is looting people, just looting everything. All the time.
Great gods! Something's pounding on the hull.
All the time. How much can I loot today? Go. Now they have steam here, so sometimes you could take the steam, for example, and you could have made it electric or blood. It has different effects on people. Usually if I did not play as Fane, you would see Fane sitting right here, reading a book. That's what he does.
The marking on the door was painted recently, judging from its pungent scent. You press your palm against the door to open it. Your fingers clack against the wood, and you suddenly feel grey. The touch leaves you numb, dull. It doesn't budge. The door groans open, but an ashen shadow clouds your mind.
Death fog? Good thing I'm immune. Still,
Yes.
this means trouble.
It is a good thing that I'm immune to it. Now let's see what other things I can grab in here. Oh no, is there nothing to grab? Oh yeah, there's some. Mostly nothing. Aw. Ooh, what's the point of even getting in here? I guess I got a couple of things that I can possibly use for selling stuff, I suppose. Oops. Like that. Nope. 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 I do appreciate the fact that they do little saves here and there, just so that if something were to go wrong, you're not like saddened by the situation. I need to see, is there anything... I sometimes forget to update my gear, so I need to kind of constantly check to see if there's something better that I can have on. Which seems to be the case right here. Look at that. Nice and ugly. Just how I like it. Okay, so let's start off. Do I have anything near me that I can utilize for arrows? No, I can't. So I'm going to start off with Ricochet, which will attack both at the same time. Then I'm just going to go after one of them and just try to knock it out as much as possible. Oh my gosh, I'm at half health. I didn't heal myself. Oh. You know, I'm going to get myself killed doing this. I do it every time. I just forget. I wish there was like an auto heal. Every time you get out of the fight, you just automatically use your what do you call it? You automatically use your bedroll. Can I kill him? Should I try it? If I don't get 7, I'm gonna die. Oh, thank goodness. I probably shouldn't do that too often. I shouldn't just test my luck too often. That's not a good thing to do. That's okay. I can heal myself on this poison. So that's gonna be nice. Heal, heal, heal. Heal, heal, heal. There you go. Now I'm back up to full health. Okay, I'm just gonna ignore.
That means there's still a chance.
Pull the rope. Maybe that'll work.
I tried that. It won't move. It's too heavy. We need a grown-up.
The girl turns to you in a panic.
Please, help us get the boat down.
But what about everyone else, Trice? You can't just leave them to die. Please, mister. Can't you do something?
Sure, I will return to the lower deck and check for survivors.
See, Trice? I told you not all grown-ups are bad.
There's a ladder right there. It's the quickest way down. Hurry!
Trice shivers, then reaches up to fiddle frantically with a rope.
So because that one elf died, not elf, dwarf died, it caused it changed the story.
Get yourself up the ladder. Wait, Void woken.
So usually the elf is there, not the elf, the dwarf is there, and he's saying, oh, you know, forget those other people downstairs. We need to get out of here. So since he was dead, of course he can't really do much. So in that case, then, you know, the kids were the only ones there. So the kids had to try to get off the boat on their own. So look at it's a very small instance of the game story changing based on your actions or just what's going on with other people in the game. So
They who are about to try.
I think it's cool.
I've faced worse.
Now, all of these are the origin characters, essentially. Now, one thing. So with using magic attacks, there's a lot of AoE, which is like area of effect. And what I don't like about area of effect in this game specifically is that, I mean, it's realistic. However, I don't like the fact that I can easily end up attacking my teammates.
Not tarry. This old tub is about to burst.
Which is not cool. I do not like. Hey, hey, let me on. Let me on. Hey.
We need to wait.
I found it hilarious. It doesn't matter what I do. I am destined to not get off of this boat.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
So fun thing, Undead doesn't have a problem with water.
Dallas,
He wouldn't have drowned.
Sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
I think it's very interesting how Source used to be something that everyone used, and then they changed this into something that's like, instead of seeing what was actually the cause, they're just like, oh, there's a correlation between you using Source and these things showing up. Let's just assume that it's because of you, and that if we kill all of you, then these guys will stop showing up in general, which isn't really the case.
Well, that was decidedly unpleasant.
Oh, Fane.
Known survivor. Depending on one's definition of survivor, of course.
Oh, Fane, you're just awesome. Oh, I leveled up. Okay, so let me do this leveling up stuff. Let's see. I'm going to add some more finesse and wits. I'm going to just split them in half. After this time, so one thing you'll notice is that when I add 1 point, I'm adding 2. That's part of the lone wolf thing. But I'm going to, this is the last time I'm going to add something into wits, I think, for a couple of levels, I think. I'm going to focus on finesse after this, just so that I don't fall too far behind in terms of strength and attack. So I have 2 choices here. I can do the ranged, or I can do Huntsman again. If I do Huntsman, so if I assign a point to Huntsman, then I will, okay, so it adds 5% each time. So if I put 1 in, if I put 2 in, it'll put me up to 20% damage when attacking from high ground specifically. And though that is cool and all, it's only when I'm on high ground. So I don't have a lot of movement right now, so I don't want to focus only on that. This, on the other hand, is just straight damage. You know, it doesn't matter if I'm on high ground or low ground, I'm just going to get damage. So I think I'm going to focus on this one first, and it gives me extra critical chance at the same time, which that's always nice. And I'm going to do 1 more persuasion, and then I think I might stop with the persuasion. I think I want 2 or 3 in persuasion, and then after that, I'm just going to go, I'm not going to do nasty deeds. But should I do 1 nasty deed? I mean, I have a bony finger. I can totally pick some locks. But I'm not. I think I'm not going to do that. I'm going to not do nasty deeds. Yeah, I might regret that. But I'm going to do persuasion, and after that, I think I'm going to just pump stuff into Lucky Charm after persuasion, because persuasion helps with like increasing attitude from strangers or whatnot, which is all well and good. But Lucky Charm is useful for getting extra treasure, and that's great things happen sometimes when you have that. Okay, so let me just see. Here's a journal that kind of showcases like everything that's going on, all your quests ongoing or finished. So I need to escape from Fort Joy, get this collar off. this is says a scholar from times past. So this is specifically Fane's story. And so says, I reached dry land, but I am still far from my goal. I shall make my way forthwith to Reaper's Coast. All right, sounds good. I need to craft a new mask of the shapeshifter. Keep an eye out for materials I need. Until then, I must keep my face covered. Okay. Chronicles. So we are now in chapter 2 of this. So chapter 1 was the Merryweather. So that's all well and great. This is the archive of things that have happened. And this is cool. You have a dialogue of everyone you've talked to, like everyone, and it has the timestamps as well. So like you start to see that as you talk to people and do certain things, it triggers time to move forward a little bit. So depending on what you do, things you could have done prior, you no longer can do because time has passed and that event that was going to happen happened already. So you can't do anything to adjust it or change it. Combat log and tutorial. Hopefully I don't need to look up the tutorial at all. But I think this is a good time to take a break. And so next time I'm going to kind of get into Fort Joy and start looking around and kind of getting myself equipped to be able to do an actual battle of some sort. And so yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing next time. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching, and until later, bye bye.